always my goal, so that you just feel rejuvenated and energized and productive and happy. Hopefully, like you could just float right out of your yoga space. So if there's nothing specific, we'll try to get in a whole body, feel good, movement-based practice. All right, my friends, I did want to share a little something with you. I love this. I know I quote from this a lot, but I don't particularly follow the days. So I'm actually using a September quote. It's A Year of Living Your Yoga by Judith Hanson Lassiter. And I love this quote. Because I am so rarely there, the most exotic place on earth is where I am right now. How can we live this mantra? Where are you right now in this moment? Close your eyes and listen. Then open them and look around. Whenever you can today, remember to be exactly where you are. So that'll be a goal for us today. If you can, try to be more in the moment. Maybe just close your eyes for a second. Notice what you're hearing. Reopen. Reacclimate yourself. Take a moment to be grateful and in the moment. It's a little easier to do in yoga when we're breathing and moving, but we'll see if we can make that our goal all day today. Welcome to the practice, my friends. Let's meet back on our mats. Today, we are beginning with a little bit of breath work. And I would love for you to come to a seated position. So I like to sit on my shins, and then I'll tuck my toes under. This sometimes can get a little tingly, so you stay as long as you can if you'd like in toes pose. Just get your little pinky toes tucked under there too. You can also sit on the tops of your feet. That's a really nice stretch for your ankles and the tops of your feet, or you're welcome to sit in any comfy, easy seat. And as you're getting settled this morning, bring any yoga props, pillows, blankets, cushions, anything that will build the floor up, give you support, and make your practice a bit more comfortable. Are you ready to breathe? This is the best part. Let's bring our arms all the way high to the sky. Big breath in. Press palms together. Wiggle each side body up a little bit taller, and then try taking eyes to fingertips. Stretch really long. Release hands behind you. Peel your chest open east to west, and then press your heart forward. While we're stretching in all back bends today, let's try to keep our ribs down towards our hip bones and lift from our heart instead. Arms rise again. Goalpost arms, bring them down, and then scoot fingertips back as elbows come forward. Feel like you're being lifted from under your heart, boosting it skywards. Bring palms together, tuck your elbows down towards your navel, round your back like a cat, angry cat, really spooky up in your back, arch high. Re-rise, lift to the sky, big breath in. Right fingertips fall, and then let's reach over with the left hand. But whatever your sits bone on the left side is connected to, keep it down so we can really stretch far here. Give a little wiggle forward and back. My mantra is the more movement, the better. So anytime you'd like to wiggle or move and groove, please do. Rise and reach. Left arm falls, right arm really goes long away from your sits bone. Take a little wiggle. A little reach further to get into your low back. One more time, rise to the sky. Hold your left wrist this time, tip over. Re-rise. Hold right wrist, tip over. Feel free to bend in any direction that feels really wonderful for you. Inhale, lift. Fingertips come gently behind your skull, and then try to press your head back into your fingers. Remember where our ribs are going to stay. So the back bends don't feel too intense. Ribs down, heart up, head leans back. Bring elbows forward like you could touch them. Maybe you can touch them together, and then round them down towards your belly. Inhale, rise, press head back. Exhale, crunch in here, really round your back, and feel free to take a little wiggle around if you feel like you could unlock some tension that way. Twice more, breath in. Lifting and lengthening. Exhale. One more big breath in, remembering to be really present in this moment. Bring your awareness to your state of being. Exhale here. My friends, rise and then readjust if you feel like you got the tingles. So if your feet feel like they've fallen asleep and you need to fix your seat, we have one more little practice of breath before we really get moving today. So once you're comfy, join me. Fingertips come to the head of your shoulders, like you're suction cupping the head of your shoulders, and then lift your elbows to your shoulder height. Okay, it's got a really cool name, wash machine breath or helicopter breath. So let's go slow first. We're gonna twist to the left, twist to the left, inhale, twist to the right, exhale. Inhale left, exhale right. Now go with your breath. Keep going, yogi. So we're going through this to loosen up, to breathe, of course, but to loosen up our spine. If you tend to get dizzy when you move quickly or twist a lot, keep your eyes forward like me. Just look right on forward. If you feel pretty good, take your eyes to your elbows, and I'm gonna breathe loud just so you can hear it, and we know we're going in left, out right. You go at any speed that feels really energizing for you. Full breaths in and out here. We're gonna take 10 more rounds on this side. 2 and 1. Reach arms skywards. Take a big breath in and suspend it. Pull your pelvic floor up and in. Pull the tongue to your roof of your mouth like you're holding all this beautiful energy in. Exhale, release. Ooh, did you get a little tingly? Feels good, right? Circle your arms like you're backstroking, just kind of cruising through some water here. All righty, so we're gonna try that one more time, but we have to start on the other side so we can equalize our breath, body movements. When you're ready, remember that elbows are gonna stay up high at our shoulders, so sometimes they get a little lazy. Let's keep them lifted so our posture is really strong. Breathe into the right, out to the left. In right, out left. Ready for you and your speed whenever you are ready. Eyes forward to prevent dizziness. If you like a little cheat yoga thrill, eyes follow elbows. Keep going, yogis. I love this breath because when you exhale, doesn't it feel like you're wringing out every last little bit of breath? It's like a massage from the inside out. We're gonna go for quite a few more. Hang on in here. Try 10 more, yogis. In, out, your speed. 2 and 1. All the way to the sky, reach. Hold that breath, pull pelvic floor up and in. Navel in, tongue. Put it on the roof of your mouth and hold. Exhale, release. Well done. Come into tabletop, especially if you were in toes pose. Wow, nice hold there. And just tap the tops of your feet. Give yourself a drum roll for making it to your mat today, for working on breath, and also to re-enliven your feet if they went to sleep. So it could take a while for them to wake up. Do that as long as you need. And when you're ready, let's move through a little cat-cows. Exhale first. Really let the breath come out. Rounding back to sky. Inhale, navel to floor. Top of head, tail to the ceiling. And then make it a little bit of a circular cat-cow. Press out through your ribs, possibly wag your tail or shift your hips. I love looking over shoulders. That can feel really good in either of the postures. So you're making it really organic and unique to you, what your body needs today. If it's available, try to swivel your right fingers out a little bit, or maybe all the way back towards your right knee. And let's make it our intention today to move with our breath. So we breathe first and then move. Every move we make deserves a really beautiful, intentional breath. Right fingertips back to where they started, and then use your left fingers, dial them out a little bit or possibly all the way back towards your knee. 2 more rounds of breath on this side. Maybe try a little elbow bending. That'll get you a bit deeper into your wrist stretch. Alrighty, sit back on your shins. Don't worry, not for long this time. Clasp your hands and just do a couple figure 8s to loosen up your wrists from that stretch. Reach them all the way to the sky, but invert. Press your palms up. Make sure your pinky fingers and your thumb are stretching down towards the top of your head. Another little side bend each side. Breathe in. Breathe out. And just 2 more rounds of cat-cow, but try to keep your hands clasped. This is a cool one. Press your palms down. And with this clasp, let's see if we can roll. Soften your elbows. Exhale first. I always like to empty, and then we can breathe in really full. Spread your ribs. Lift your collarbones away from your hips. Ah, feels good, doesn't it? Exhale, round. Inhale, open. All right, let's get a move on. Bring your hands unclasped and tuck your toes. Just stretch the bottom of your feet for a sec. Lift your knees a tiny bit, 1 or 2 inches if possible, really just barely hovering. Feel your thighs, your belly start to kick on. And then when you're ready, you scoot back with your buns, up with your hips, and then ease your ears back behind your elbows, pressing chest to thighs. Walk out to any width that feels really lovely for your down dog. And once again, find really organic, wonderful movements for your body and mind today. A couple that I love are shifting hips right to left, lifting and lowering heels with breath, rolling forward and back. And when I get to plank, sometimes I like to drop a hip and do like a little bounce, press back, get you into your obliques, warm up your sides, roll to plank, maybe do a little bounce with me the other side. We're gonna take one more big breath filled, movement, down dog. Alrighty, and then when you're ready, my friends, inhale, rise your heels, look to your thumb tips. Let's tiptoe our fingertips and our toes together. Toes come to the top of our mat. Forward fold, great time to grab some props if the floor feels like it's extra low today. Halfway lift, press fingertips gently on your shins, rise top of head away from tail. Release back down and step back in the same little pitter-patter motion, just little tiny footprints back, down dog. Roll to plank, kneel, 1 round of cat-cow. Exhale first. Inhale, down dog. Fingertips walk to toes this time. Feel a sway come through your hips. Really use your belly to lift here. Take your time. Really luxurious in-breath. Halfway lift, top of head from tail. Exhale, float back down. Fingertips glide right on back out to plank. Final round of cat-cow. Drop to knees. Exhale here. Maybe press tops of feet down for 1 and then tuck toes for the other. And when you're ready, back to downward facing dog. Let's take a huge breath with our left leg and rise. Look to left thumb tip, crunch under your body, stepping into lunge. And then drop your right knee. Get it soft and cushy if you want to roll your mat or get a little blanket. Shift your hips back and then come right back forward. But I love to crawl with my hands, so walk hands back. Send hips really far, crawl forward. Feel a little stretch through your sides and your back. Shift back on one breath, roll forward on the other. One more round. Let's come back into that half split and hold, staying either with a really squared upper body or possibly twisting with me. Come outside your left thigh. Just try to make sure your toes are open and energized in the bottom of your foot, and they're pulling back towards your hips. One more big breath in here. Come on around, back into half split, find that low lunge, and then twist. Let your hips really melt down. Left arm rises, but can you get squeezy in your inner thighs? Really squeeze hips into square, and then light on your right fingertips, possibly even just 1 little finger down on that right hand. So you're really using your core and your inner thighs. Do some shoulder circles. Right fingertips, suction cup on the mat. Try to squish a tennis ball with your palm and circle your left shoulder. Eyes follow up. That feels great on your neck. Swap directions, bringing a little mobility into our shoulders. Breathing. One more big breath. Release and step forward. Tuck your back toes. Bring your right knee to life. Lift it, energize it. Maybe move a little bit so it feels okay. And then step forward when you're ready. Hang your head. Shake a big old no. No time for tension in our lives today, yogis. No, no, no. Shake it off. And then yes to all the good that our yoga practice brings in. The joy, the happiness, the relaxation. Left leg, long lunge back. Kneel getting cozy on the left knee. Shin and top of foot. Now when you do feel good, shift your hips back half split, come back forward. Really try to pull your collarbones forward, heart focused, every low lunge. Maybe that little crawl with your hands like a crouching tiger, a prowling tiger maybe. Reach, feel your sides every time you walk forward and back. And next time you make it to half split, let's pause there and find some breath for the right hamstring. Really micro bend that right knee, soft and gentle. Crawl outside the right leg if you'd like a little twist, and then see if you can lengthen your side bodies, heart more forward. Take another big breath in, come back forward and re-find your low lunge. Once you're there, lift your right fingers and then get soft on the left hand. So let's squeeze our thighs, bring your navel in, find breath. Can you just tent your fingers or take one little left finger down? All right, let's come back to our suction cupped fingers or palms or fists, whatever feels good for you in this lunge, and circle the right arm. So if it's a little cranky and creaky, you can always bend your elbow and make it a bit smaller. Switch direction when you're ready. I like the tented left fingertips because then you feel really uplifted. Take a break here. Energize the left knee, lift it. Maybe push forward and back, and when you feel really good, forward fold. Hang for a second. Really, really hang the top half so there's no wrinkles in the back of your neck. Clasp your fingers behind your back and just let your thumbs rest on the small of your back. Press heels of hands together and extend knuckles behind you or skywards. But then squeeze your shoulder blades so your ears are away from your shoulder heads. When you're ready, bend your knees, sit in your yoga chair, chest to mid, breathe in. Right back to halfway lift. Forward fold. And then reclasp fingers so all of them move over by one. You have a little bit of a funky grip here. See if that changes anything. Shoulders away from earlobes. Sit in your yoga chair. Eyes forward. Hello, friends. And then release. Back to forward fold. This time we roll. Tuck your chin to your chest. Roll to the sky. Lifting all the way up. Take a big breath in. Arms reach high. Oh, I love this part. Really rising and shining. Remember where our front ribs are. Down towards the hip. Heart open. Exhale, release. Right back to forward fold. Right leg steps back. Take a big lunge, but this time lift a pyramid. Keep your back knee elevated if possible. Breathe in, softly straightening left leg. Breathe out. I really love you to work on your suction cup fingers. Let's go through a few more rounds like this. But when we do yogis, we have really rounded knuckles. So if they're splaying flat, that can cause a little bit of tension. We want to strengthen the wrist by thinking about squishing a tennis ball. Squeeze in like a suction cup. One more round and we're gonna stay in wide pyramid. Lift up, press out through that right heel, and you might like a little pulse forward and back. Stretch your calf. Oh, one more big breath in here. And then release, pushing back. Palms come flat for sure here. Push back to child's and then to downward facing dog. That feels good. Big downward facing dog. Let's get our vinyasa on, rolling forward to plank. Breathe in as you do. Touching knees down might feel good for the first one. Tops of feet fall flat and then elbows point back as we chaturanga. Bringing your collarbones really forward. Walk toes back, press down through toenails. Energize knees. Can you lift them off the mat? Feeling strong in legs. Tent your fingertips. Uplift by squeezing back body and then hover your hands. Well, let's try to ride that belly wave as we breathe in. We feel our bodies expanding and lifting. Exhale, release. Press back to child's. Well done, yogis. Down dog. Big breath in, right leg rises. And then look at your right thumb tip. Let's crunch under body. Land a lunge if you get stuck. Grab your ankle and help it through. Hips heavy. Rise up high to pyramid, a really wide pyramid here. Soften back down, reworking on those suction cups, but if your wrists are very tired, make fists for wrists and push your knuckles down. We have one more round. Try to shine your collarbones forward like they're smiling at whatever wall you're facing. Hold this pyramid. Try to work on squeezing inner thighs together, possibly pulsing out through that left elevated heel in this wide pyramid pose. Rebend into lunge and step your back leg forward. Take a deep bow and then find any way to rise, whether you'd like to roll as we did before, possibly swing and lift. That's my favorite. Feels good to massage out your low back. Or you may like a hinge so you can lift halfway and then straight to the sky. Join me when you feel ready. Big breath. Lift up through your right leg. Take a breath in again, and then exhale, press back, airplane pose. Right fingertips, left fingertips, longer, more open. Right toes wiggly. Inhale, rise again. Breathe in. Push back. 2 more, but if you're feeling brave, diving airplane. Top of head to floor, all fingertips and right toes to the sky. If that gets scary, put your fingertips under your shoulders. One more time. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good stuff. Throwing a little bit of balance at you. One more big breath in and release. Arms rise again. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg lunges back. Let's take a high lunge this round, yogis. Big, beautiful breath in. Left arm wraps under the right. Hug your shoulders for your first eagle. Try to wiggle your fingertips back so far that you can actually hold the edge of your shoulder blades. And then elevate your elbows. Big open back stretch. Can you crunch? Elbows down towards your belly while you hold this lunge and breathe. Peeling more of your back open. Big breath in, arms rise. Exhale, release down. Fingertips frame right foot. Child's or straight to dog. We're all gonna meet in dog in a moment. Once you're there, next breath in is your plank position. Knees or no knees, yogis. Chaturanga, slowly let your elbows point towards your toes. Melt to the earth. And same as before, walk toes back, suction cup fingers, then hover them. But this time, can you hover your knees and your toes? Can you press your toes open, wiggle all your fingers open? I like you to try to spread your webbing wide here. One more big breath in, ride that wave, elevate. Release, downward facing dog. Left leg rises, huge breath in. Look to where you're gonna land, crunch. If you get stuck, just help it forward, but align your heel under your knee. High lunge in your time. Once you've arrived and you feel really good, right arm comes under for eagle, but instead of hugging, maybe this time you wrap backs of hands together or palms. Once you do, elbows rise, big breath in, and then crunch again. Elbows to belly, really round your back. And it might be a bit wobbly, but you know you always have the freedom to move here and there. Make it feel extra, extra good for your body. Rise, untangle arms. Frame out left foot and step forward. Cool, well done, guys. Find your favorite way to rise. I'm gonna hinge this time. I like to hinge by holding the creases of my hips, pushing them back and finding a really good halfway lift, then rise. It feels very long and powerful. Arms up. Left knee joins the party, big breath in. All right, let's go airplaning. Sweep back, slow and steady. Be in this moment. Notice your right ankle wiggling. Thank you, stabilizers. You have your Mr. Miyagi moment here. Exhale, press back. So if you wanted to get a little wild with it, you can rise and then diving airplane. Maybe you swing into it. Whoa. Hopefully you don't fall over or cartwheel out. One more round. Wherever you are is good. Have fun with it. Rise back up. One more knee lift. Exhale, release. Oh, that was good stuff. Arms rise, heels rise. Try to sink strong into yoga chair here. You can widen your feet if you'd like more stability. Heels are still elevated. I know it's tough. Pull down into goal post. One more big breath in here. Sink your buns lower if you can. Heels release to the mat. Lift your left knee, but stay in yoga chair. Tap left toes over and out. Now let's make sure our right knee is bent and it's staying in line with middle of foot. One more little rainbow arc here. Breathe in, breathe out. Yoga chair, heels rise. A little balancing chair challenge. Heels lower, right toes rise. Tap over. Yep, little smile, upside down smile here. Breathe in, breathe out. Stay low, stay low. Left knee right in middle of toes. One more big breath in, out. Beautiful, one breath in, yoga chair. Out to rise. Okay, I'm gonna challenge you, my friends. Arms fall to shoulder height and they stay right here for these balances. If you get tense in your shoulders, see me? Turn your palms up until your shoulders relax. You ready? Tell yourself right now, I am strong and determined. Left knee rises. Now it can be an inch off the floor. Extend forward, re-rise. Cross it over for figure four. Flex left foot, Arms are gonna stay right where they are. They're very soft, light, and comfy, aren't they? That's what you tell yourself when the shoulders start to buzz. Lift your left knee, extend out to the side. Now remember, I could just tap. I don't need to elevate, but if it feels good for you, do so. Left knee rises. Press back, but stay lifted. Squeeze through the back buns. Nice work. Arms stay, knee lifts, release. Same thing, right side. Knee lift, extend leg to me. Try to squeeze your right thigh and wave at me. Hey. Freedom in your foot. Inhale. Flex your foot, cross over figure four. Like you're sitting in an easy chair. Push your buns back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right side. Tap or squeeze up, 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 up. Re-rise. Last one for these arms. Push back. Inhale, rise again. Toes fall, arms come forward like you're reaching to me. What did you tell yourself a second ago? I am strong. I am determined. If your shoulders feel cranky, turn palms up. Give yourself some space. Try again, left knee, rise. Extend forward. One breath per movement. Wave at me. Hey, hey. Good job. Inhale. Figure four. Arms are going to stay forward the whole time. Yes, you can. Inhale, rise. Left side. Squeeze through your outer hip. Last one for this side. Breathe in. Squeeze back. Stay lifted in your chest. Nice job. Last knee lift on this side. Release. Right knee. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. No surprises. You know what to do. Breath out. Sit in your easy chair. In. Out. Stay lifted. Last breath with these arms. You know that means there's a little more to come, right? Last breath in. And out. Okay, arms, yogis. Yes, you can. Come overhead. They feel a little bit like cinder blocks now, right? But you're thinking light as a feather. No big deal. Let's get this over with. Breathe in. Extend. Breathe in. Figure four. In. Out. Lots of breath here. Final knee lift. This balance challenge is halfway done. Arms stay. Yes, you can do this. Right knee. Extend. Up. Be balanced. Inhale. Be brave. Inhale. Be stronger than ever before. Last breath in. Release. Oh, let your arms go. Whew. Mine don't even want to move. And then shake them. I literally want something in your arms to be able to jiggle. Want to jiggle because we don't want to be tense. So when we feel the jiggle, we know we've released all that strength that sometimes feels like tension. Great job, guys. All right, let's go through one more round of sun salutations with some jazz. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Forward fold. Your left leg takes a long lunge back. Gonna start on the funny side. And then once we get our hips down, watch me for a sec. Left hand down, we're gonna turn right toes out, but then you need to wiggle your foot back so it feels really good in your hip and your knee. Modified side plank. So join me when you can. Left toes lunged back, right toes turned out, and then we walked it so we could feel really supported in this side plank. Stay right here or join me, my friends. Blade edge of left foot falls. We reach towards the right toes as our hip falls. If you feel cranky in the left outer edge of foot, put something soft under there. Breathe in, reach all the way back up to this modified side plank. Exhale. Now we're just hovering the left hip. Get an intense side stretch. Eyes and right fingers towards the left toes. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do two more on this side. One more big breath filled. Either pause in side plank or movement with me. Let's roll right back around to that lunge. Now it's gonna be kind of a little one, right? That's okay, we're just here for a second. Press your right leg back, downward facing dog. If you don't want a vinyasa, stay right here. We'll meet you in a sec. Inhale, roll forward plank. Heart and collarbone shine through as you chaturanga. Whole body lifts right away. Walk your toes back. Elevate fingers, toes, knees, and thighs. If you feel compressed in your low back, widen your legs left to right. One more breath, ride that wave. Exhale, release. Down dog. Let's meet our friends who may have stayed here. Let's take a big lift through our heels. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Pause in down dog for a sec before we move to the other side. Bend your knees. Then see if we can get more lift in our heels and more length in our back. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Lengthen your spine. Ease back into your favorite version of down dog. And when you're ready, rise through your left leg, three-legged dog. Look to thumb tips, land, heel right underneath. Help it if it gets stuck. When you're ready, right palm down, turn left toes out, and then wiggle back to this really supportive side plank. This feels pretty good, right? If it doesn't feel good and you'd like to stay, drop your right knee, pull your heel behind it, and stay in this side plank. But if you're joining me, right blade edge down, drop hips to hover, left fingertips reach to right toes, as do our eyes. Up and over. All right, that was our practice round. So let's go for 4 beautiful breath-filled movement rounds. I also like the fact that we're creating this beautiful smile with our hips, our arms. Just makes the practice feel happy and light, doesn't it? One more big breath in. One more big breath out. Let's come back to that lunge. It's going to be an itty-bitty one. Turn to the ball of right foot. Left toes turn forward. We have this little short lunge, and then step forward into fold, but then walk your hands forward. So you're still folded nose towards knees, but you have a down dog shape in the upper body. Feel really stretched in the underside of your arms into your armpits. Down through the shoulder blades. One more big breath in. Fingertips walk back to toes or on your yoga prop. Bend your right knee really big. Leave right fingertips or palm down as you lift your left arm skywards, twisting in our fold. Top arm wraps around low back, and see if this allows you to swivel eye gaze or left shoulder open a little bit more. Eyes back down. Left arm unwinds. Take a fold and relax. When you're ready to move on, left knee bends, left fingers, palm or fist stay down as we rise through our right arms. Eye gaze may follow as long as this is happy on your neck. Wrapping top arm around low back. See if that allows you to twist a bit more open. Find a bigger breath if it did. Eye gaze looks down, top arm comes down, and then roll to rise. Inhale, find the sky. As soon as your arms are up in a big V, step your legs a little bit wider. Now start to soften your knees and shift your weight side to side. Find side lunges, and I want you to peek at your toes. I need you to make sure your knees are behind your baby toes. We're gonna do a little Tai Chi inspired movement, my favorite. All right, so if your toes are not behind your knees, then you just widen up a little bit. I meant to say your knees are not behind your toes. We need to make sure our knees are behind our pinky toes. Are you good? Okay, arms come down, soften the arms. And as you're shifting side to side, use the back of your hand to really softly push each way. Lean left, left hand pushes. Lean right, right hand pushes. Just like your seaweed in your arms, super soft and gentle. Breath might be moving a bit slower than your movements. Breathing is all that matters, any pace that works for you. Arms are gonna change, up and overhead instead. Reach, making these big, soft arm circles. You're so gentle from your shoulders to your elbows to your wrists and your fingers. Now envision you're on a little doctor's stool and you're just sliding to the left, sliding to the right. Strong in legs, releasing, letting go in the upper body. 4. 1 each way. Let's go side to side. Breathe in. And then overhead. Breathe in. Feels nice, right? Inhale. I like to use my eyes and follow fingertips. It's a beautiful way to establish that mind-body-breath connection. Let's go for one more round. Breathe in. Stopping at the top, reach arms high, and then toe heel in with both feet so you're a bit closer. Watch me, arms are gonna fall and we'll twist, lifting left heel, lifting right heel. Eye gaze down, following fingertips, swing and wrap, but we don't want good posture here. Look at my back. We just want to be really soft and kind of hunkered in, like our bones are barely holding us. Feel like all the tension in your body could sling off your fingertips. So you might even get a little listen. Feel that little clap? Sometimes your arms are so ragdolly that they kind of clap on your body. Give yourself a little round of applause here. 3 more. 2 more. What a great way, slow down. What a great way to release after all that hard work in our practice. Arms rise. Step your feet back out to wherever you'd be really comfy in a wide leg forward fold. Let your arms, your chest, and the top of your head melt right on down. Slow any movements you are making. Turn your toes in a little bit so your knees feel really happy. And let's release into a big fold here. Back of neck wrinkle free, just relaxing. If your head is on the ground, toe heel in a little closer so you can hang very heavy through the upper body. Lifting halfway, left fingertips come under nose, right hand to your hip, and then we're gonna look over the right shoulder. Let's extend right fingertips skywards if that feels good for us, and we can walk the left hand all the way over outside right toes to deepen this folded twist. Always thinking about our side bodies being really long away from our hip bones. One more breath in here. Top arm wraps around the low back. A little less intense and a little more spacious on your final breath. Eyes down, release right fingertips. Let's walk our hands back to the center. Just take a second, let your head completely hang tension free. Right fingers halfway lift. Come underneath our nose, left hand right to the hip, and just peek over your left elbow. This is a great place to stay, yogis. If you feel great, lift your left fingertips skywards. We don't have to add on. Remember that we're present, we're breathing, moving this beautifully oxygenated breath through our body. We can walk right fingertips outside the left toes to make it a bit more. I like to feel a little droopy in this posture on the right side of my face. Like you could just let tension from your brain melt out. Top arm may want to wrap around low back, and then we get a bigger swivel and a more expansive breath. Eye gaze down. Release the left fingertips, walk back to the center. Keep your legs as wide as they are and re-walk hands all the way forward like we didn't fold. Like a downward facing dog upper body, and you get this great wide-legged stretch. Oh, so good. Take 2 big breaths in here. Let's look our heads forward, and then heel toe or toe heel in. So you can come down to tabletop. Land your knees, make sure they're comfy here. We're gonna do some modified half bows. Remember that if wrists get tired, we make fists and the knuckles push down. Tap your left toes back. Really connect them into the earth, and then just do a little sawing motion forward and back, loosening up the calf. Ooh, I love that good ankle crack. Did you get one too? That creates space. I love those. Lift your left toes off and really draw your navel in strong here. Right arm reaches overhead, thumbs up. For yoga, thumbs up. We love yoga. And then begin to turn thumb down just for a moment, wrapping it back towards your left leg. Left knee bends. Hold on to the inner arch of that foot if you can. You kind of have to contort yourself sometimes to get it. But once you do, you're in modified half bow. So now we're gonna kick our leg so it's almost trying to come straight. Lots of energy between the arm and leg. Eye gaze can look forward. Feeling that big, beautiful belly opening breath. One more squeeze on the back body. Re-extend, control here. Pointer, arm overhead, toes back. Wiggly in the fingers and the left toes. One more big breath in. Crunch into cheetah, elbow past the knee. Knee comes all the way to nose. Elbow into belly. Hold for a moment. Release. Well done. Let's release into child's pose. Take a little break before we move on. Extended child's. Feeling the underarms. So try tenting fingertips. Drawing nose down towards the floor and wiggle your hips away from your shoulders. One more big breath in, lots of energy in the extended version. Releasing palms on the mat. One more tiny twist, fingertips behind your left ear. And then try to open your left elbow to me, peeking out under it in this child's pose. Release. If you need to, you can bend your right elbow like a goalpost and use those hands to push up. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Twice more, breathe in. Breathe out. In we go. Next time you rise, we're gonna stay in the twist. You're welcome to keep fingertips where they are or reach skywards or wrap around low back. You find the best version for you. One more big breath. Release, tabletop. Let's try the other leg. So get yourself right, wiggle out any tension you need to. Right toes tuck back and we do that little sawing motion. Long neck, belly engaged, supporting your low back. All right, go long in your right toes, lift and lengthen. Left thumbs up for yoga, arm reaches all the way overhead into a beautiful pointer. Swivel left thumb down. We're reaching back for our right leg that's bending at the knee. Inner arch is our goal. Grab it when you have it. If you don't, it's okay. Just keep reaching. But if you do, whoosh, kick your leg as strong as you can to pull you up into this gorgeous modified half bow position. Where do you like to look with your eyes? Where does your neck feel best? One more really invigorating breath in here. Pointer, reach on out, belly in, everything long and strong. Exhale, cheetah, but past the elbow, right by the knee. Crunch a little bit tighter, a little more round. Release to table, extended child. Bring back those suction cups. Come on, one more big squish of a tennis ball. Feel all that energy in your shoulder blades and armpits, good stuff. When you're ready, right fingertips right behind your ear and then flat left palm. Let's open right elbow and peek out under it. Release. One breath per movement, yogis. Whatever suits you. I definitely like to breathe in as I roll open. It feels a little bit better, right? Yeah, that's a good breath. One more. Let's open and hold. Stay here or reach right arm expansively to the sky as you connect with your breath. Final breath, maybe we want to wrap around low back. Release. Press back, hands come next to your knees. Sit right up on your shins and just pause for a moment. Remembering in the beginning of class, we wanted to take a moment to shut our eyes if that feels safe for you. Listen. Then reopen our eyes, acclimate ourselves, and really feel that we're in the moment. Beautiful job. Let your buns fall off to any side, and then take your legs forward. As you push your heels forward into staff pose, ankles kissing, walk your sits bones back. I like to really gently move the flesh out from under sits bones. Let's take a big lift overhead. And then just like a yawn, just fall forward in this big sigh, anywhere that feels right for you to release. If your arms are on the ground, forearms up, palms up, spreading your collarbones into a smile, widening your chest. Try tucking your chin, giving your body the signal that it's time to release. Moving into our rest and digest and away from all the fight and flight. Use fingertips under your shoulders to help you rise. Hug your left knee right into your chest, a big squeeze, possibly crossing it over the right thigh. And then again, squeeze really tight so you can feel the stretch coming into your outer thigh. Stay right here or twist with me. Arm rises on the right side. Come in like you're gonna high five yourself. And then left fingertips down to boost your spine really tall. Eye gaze over left shoulder. Play with drawing your navel in here like it's gonna kiss your spine. Pull it in and then see if you can't twist a bit more deeply. Oh, I love that. That works like a charm, doesn't it? Try again. Big breath in, belly in. Little bit of a deeper twist. Keep your legs exactly as they are, but untwist your body. Come on around to the other side. open twist. It's okay if your left cheek rises. We're just gonna come off to the side and let everything reorganize in our belly. Back to center. Give a little squeeze to your left knee and then switch legs. If you get tight in your hip when you stretch like that, give it a little rub. Make yourself feel really good before you move on. Squeeze. Crossover. This cross hug is my favorite because once you squeeze really tight, oh, you get a good IT band stretch. And staying here is awesome, but if you want to add on a big twist, left arm rises. It's like an imaginary high five in the sky. It's our virtual high five towards each other today. Right hand down, sit confident. Really beautiful posture that you're going to carry with you all through today. Eye gaze swivels. And then for the next 2 breaths, try to bring your navel just a little bit tighter, like you zip tie it into your spine. See if you can sigh more deeply into that twist. I feel so darn good. So stay if you'd like to. Please do stay and enjoy. If you're ready to untwist with me, keep your legs, just untwist your body. Let your right cheek rise if that feels good. And just move off to the side so you can resituate everything. All right, let's come back again. Right leg, give it a little friendly squeeze, extend, and we're going for the left leg again, but let me show you real quick because you might want to move your right leg. So we're going to add on leg extending twists. The right leg bends, you can help yourself boost up a little taller. Straight is just a little bit more challenging. So you decide, grab onto this left leg and you can keep your knee bent, right hand to the outside, swivel your left arm open this time. But option yogis, if you'd like to extend your leg, you can hold on to the blade edge of your foot, hand down to sit really tall, and then when you're ready, try a beautiful long extension. One more big breath in here, stay twisted. Exhale, come forward, swap hands, left hand to the inner leg or maybe the inner foot. You can also do your peace fingers, index and middle around your big toe. Push your big toe back if you're gonna pull on that. And then send the leg open as your eyes follow your right fingers. Press down if you feel a little hunched. One more breath. Now show me your muscles in your right arm and then land on that forearm, but very slowly lift your left cheek, start to land, and you're probably gonna have to put it out a little wider than you think so that when you get down, your elbow's right under your shoulder. This is like straight out of an 80s movie, right? Do you feel like if you had leg warmers on, you'd be like, yeah. We're stretching our hamstring though, so you don't have to hold your foot. You can hold anywhere. I love a little hug on the back of the thigh. You can keep your knee bent. Really watching that the right ribs are very energized. Lift your armpit away from your hip bones. One more big breath in. Left arm comes down. Let's bend both knees now. They're 90 degrees, about that. And then right hand comes down. We're gonna press our left hand under our hip in case it pops a little. Squeeze the buttons, open your hips, and when you feel good, left arm rises. Spiral lift. Eye gaze to right fingers. Top arm comes down, buns lower, and then bring your legs right on around the corner. Give them a little shake, a little jiggle, whatever you feel would reset you for the other side. Alrighty, so when you're there, we're gonna hug on to the right leg again. You know that your left knee bent will help you sit a little taller. If it's straight, it's a bit more challenging. Left hand to the outside of right leg, and then see if you're seated up tall, if you can extend your right arm. Thinking about closing left ribs into your right thigh. Big, beautiful twist here. Now find a line of energy and breathe into it, whether it's from your right wrist to your left or the crown of your head to your tail, maybe your hip to your right blade edge. Find it, breathe into it. The bottom of that exhalation, let's go the other way. Holding on right hand to the inner right thigh, press that leg open. Maybe give yourself a boost. And then try extending left fingers. So somewhere that you can let go of tension, your jaw, loosen the hinge there, maybe wiggle your eyes, flutter your eyelashes at me. And then show me your muscles All right, let's land. Left forearm, but if we land too close, we kind of get hunkered in. So let's land a little wider than we think is necessary. And then you get really long in the left side. You have your 80s moment. Put on your leg warmers, pose for a picture, straight out of some 80s movie that just is perpetually in my mind in this posture. Take another big breath in. You know you can bend your knee. Love to use the forearm for a big old hug, whatever feels good. Eyes look down, right hand looks down. Just gonna help us boost up as we bend both of our knees, about 90 degrees in both knees. We're gonna spiral lift. So I definitely encourage you to kind of hold your right hip. Left hand comes down, just make sure your hip feels okay. Big stretch, squeeze buns, press forward, lift up through your right arm. Eye gaze might come down to your thumb, arm may come overhead. You know you express it in all of the ways it feels really good to you. Buns melt back down. We're rolling our knees around the corner. We're finding our way to our backs, but please do all the things after those hip stretches that make your legs and your low body feel great. Then we roll down. Try maybe hugging your thighs and roll one vertebrae at a time, or you can do it a little bit more fun and just rock back. Once you get down, rock side to side. Give yourself a beautiful spinal massage. And then drop your knees so that they are as wide as your mat is, left to right. Arms spread wide. Both knees fall over to the left side. A little spinal twist, and if this feels good but you want more, lift your left ankle and cross it over your right knee, like that figure 4 earlier. Eye gaze can move off to the right side. Moving on back in the center. Uncross your left ankle and just pause in your spinal twist for a moment. Knees roll back to ceiling. You can give yourself a little windshield wiping swish if you need it. Eventually ending both knees on the right side. Feet are still really wide here. And then if you'd like a little more, right foot crosses over the left thigh. That feels good. And then spread your arms wide again. Eye gaze looks left to make this twist a bit deeper. And then soften more through your facial muscles. Let your eyes fall a bit deeper and heavier into their sockets. Let any lines of focus and concentration in your forehead, in between your eyebrows, and around the corners of your eyes just totally melt away. Remember that melty sensation on the right side of our face earlier? Feel it now on the left side, like tension from your mind, stress and worries could just drip away. Eyes back to the sky, uncross your leg, and then come with knees back to center, maybe a little swish, or if it feels better for you, hug knees to armpits, wide on the back, and start a little rock side to side. Both toes point towards the ceiling. Give both legs a hug, a little hamstring stretch. Both hands come to the inner leg somewhere like the inner thighs. Let them fall open just a little bit. And if it feels intense, you might want to prop up like kickstands on the outer thighs, but let your inner thighs stretch a bit here. Come on back into the center. Bend your knees again. Hug onto the backs of your thighs. Let your toes face the sky, or you could hold blade edges of feet. Happy baby. Heels are on top of knees. Nice to rock here if that makes you feel really good. I like to do a little bit of circling so I can get down to the tip of my tailbone. And then whatever else your body needs today. I love to do a little bound angle. That feels really nice reclined. You may also like to do a little bound angle, but have the blade edges of your feet on the floor. Anything your body needs here. I encourage you to take it. If you found your bound angle with pinky side of foot on the floor, a great way to polish off that posture is by bringing arms into the same formation, extended butterfly pose. Bring wrists overhead and either hold them or your forearms. And then allow your body to surrender, shoulders and hips releasing. After you've finished all your stretches, you may like to rest for our final few minutes together with knees together, feet wide, steeple, or more traditionally in your corpse pose, extremities away from the midline of your body. If lying on your back really doesn't make you feel good, feel free to roll over into the fetal position and just rest here and breathe. That's especially nice if you're kind of cold. It's so nice to cuddle up. Or you can also rise to seated. And we have 3 beautiful minutes here to spend together revisiting our breath. As you breathe in the next few times, let's see if we can try to inhale for 4 seconds. And exhale for 6 seconds. It's okay if you need to alter that in any way, but we're going to try to make our exhalation at least a second longer. Help us get a bit more relaxed. Really nice way to de-stress during the day when life gets too busy or too chaotic. Let's just take a big breath in and out, any speed. And then I'll count out 4 and 6, but remember, you tailor it so it feels really good for you. Let's inhale together. 3, 2, 1, exhale fully. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Full release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full inspiration. 3, 2, 1. Full exhalation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try again. 3, 2, 1. Big release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any speed in your breath. Next time you breathe in, think I am. Exhale, vibrant. Breathe in. I am. Exhale, vital and alive. I am on your next inhalation. Exhale, perfectly whole. I am confident and calm. And it's a choose your own adventure on our last breath together here. I am. You fill in the blanks. There's so many words to choose. It's a tough one, isn't it? I think I'm going to choose healing for mine. I really encourage you, if you have more time in today's schedule, to please stay. Stay for 3 to 5 more breaths, or maybe even 3 to 5 more minutes. But to honor your time, if you did have to go within our hour, then please start to regather yourselves. Take as long as you can. And if you were in any posture where you had your extremities bent, stretch up and overhead like a good morning stretch. Gather yourself up into a little ball. If you're still on your back, roll to your side. If you're on your side, press up and just love on your body. Give yourself a hug in some way. Congratulations for making it to your mat, for carving out time in a very busy schedule. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you to help us all stay accountable and for sharing your beautiful practices with us. So once you've rejoined me, if it feels good for you, hands to heart center, try to take the thumbs, find your heartbeat. Really lift your heart up. Let's lead from the left side today, or very heart-centered day ahead. Once you found your heartbeat, tuck your chin down towards your chest. Let's continue to keep that promise to ourselves that we will bring awareness to our state of being. Close our eyes, check in, listen, really feel ourselves in the moment today. That is how we live our yoga. My friends, yogis, my light honors is inspired by and so grateful for yours. Thank you for sharing your practices today. Namaste.